anything I can give to guarantee my protection and especially my family. I don't care about myself, but my family and especially my 4-year-old son who's roaming with me, who can't even go to school because of what's happening.
Meanwhile, police have refused to confirm whether the celebrity doctor is part of their search, saying the focus is on the manhunt to arrest Bester and his accomplices. Khomuza Modise, Eyewitness News.
The DA-led multi-party coalition in Tshwane says it's contemplating taking legal action against the Speaker for what it calls is unlawfully adjourning a council meeting meant to remove him. Mngeti Nzwanana adjourned today's special council sitting after alleging that 10 signatures on the petition used to reconvene the meeting do not match with the ones the municipality has on record. And staying with the DA, the party says there's nothing sinister about the resignation of its head of policy, Gwen Ngwenya. Ngwenya confirmed a resignation, announcing plans to take on a new job in corporate. This now opens up a new vacancy in the opposition party as it gears up for its elective congress at the weekend. A cloudy start for Gauteng tomorrow, becoming partly cloudy from the afternoon. Joburg dropping to an overnight low of 15 degrees, peaking at 24. Pretoria 15 and 26. Vereeniging 14 and 26 as well. Lerato Hufela, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
947.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The effort for Rachel! It's an absolutely marvelous goal from Sangare. A beauty, a true beauty from the Accrington Stanley man.
Njengamanje laba bafana abafuna ukudlala ibhola bayedelela. Siyobashintsha coach kuze kube inguna phakade.
Coach Subajani said football can kill you. Is that how you feel now?
I will not give much comment. I will not answer your questions. There is too much anger in my body. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, this one is a real death.
Yeah, I think, it got over him, because if you could see, in the game, we created lots and lots of chances.
Liberia from 2 down are level at 2-2.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
#MSW.
You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
That's the big question. Are you ready? We certainly are. It is a Monday today. It is Reaction Monday. Looking forward to a great show. Sure, I don't even know where to begin because, when it's such a mixed bag of emotions, it's International Week and you're looking at all these international games that are happening, regardless of whatever sporting code it is. You either hurt or you are extremely excited. Well, I'm glad that the first conversation that we are going to be having here on the show is more of the excited part because it was an unbelievable afternoon. And it's also been more than 9 years now since Aiden Markram captained South Africa's under-19 side to victory at the World Cup. And maybe more than 5 years though since he led the senior side in 5 of the 6 ODIs that they played in a marathon series against India. Now, those were a couple of the tasters of what seemed to be Markram's birthright as a skipper of South African men's national team. And they gave him opposite experiences of what the role would ultimately entail. So much happened, though, between then and now. And you got to agree with me that it's been a well-storied journey for him up until this point. Is he finally ready to fulfill what many thought was his destiny? Looks that way, though, as far as I'm concerned. Being named South Africa's new permanent T20I captain, also beginning his tenure as a 3-match series against the West Indies this past weekend. And what a way to kick off, though. I mean, he kicked off his tenure. South Africa completed the highest successful chase in T20 cricket of 259, beating the West Indies by 6 wickets in a record-breaking run fest at Centurion. I don't even know if Aiden Markram has recovered since then. I'm sure he does. The Proteas T20 captain, good evening. Welcome to Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you very much.
What's the feeling, though? I mean, it all would have just played out, so probably seemed a bit surreal, unreal for most of it.
Yeah, it was a special day. For us to be involved in a game like that, I think obviously the cherry on top was to get the win, but I think both teams appreciated the quality of cricket that was on display yesterday, and it was an entertaining game, which is what people come out to see. So for us to play nicely and get the win as well, it meant a lot to us and the people at Centurion.
I think a lot of people were just having conversations and saying, what was the difference? We can all speculate, Aiden, because we're not really close to the action. But for you, who's right in there, who knows the dynamics, knows the personnel that is part and parcel of the Proteas, what do you think was the actual difference on the day?
Look, it was obviously a really good wicket, and I think it showed in beat bowled that the margin for error was really small. So that half-time chat became quite simple, and it was obviously the guys needed to really express themselves and look to be attacking. But I think the biggest thing was that the guys always believed that we were still able to chase it down, and even at the halfway mark, it was a big total to chase. But yeah, with the guys still committed to chasing it down and believing that we could chase it down, I think that was probably half the battle won on the day as well.
I mean, obviously, balls were travelling yesterday. Talk to us about the key bowlers, though, the focus in terms of trying times like that.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult. Like I mentioned, the margin for error is really small, and we know at Centurion the ball travels miles, and the bowlers were certainly put under pressure. But you look at a guy like KG to bowl his 4 overs and go under 40 runs. It's a great effort, and it's those small little overs here and there that you look back on at the end of the game and go, thank goodness that over only went for 8 or 10 instead of it going for 15 or so, and you can add 2 or 3 overs that go like that, and it does make a massive difference at the end of the day. So I'm sure the bowlers have taken a lot of lessons from it, and they can take a lot of learnings and can help them grow going forward.
Now, overall, I think we can always have these little secret conversations and say, hey, it's almost, 10 years now, Aiden, when you hosted South Africa's only ICC World Cup trophy, hoisted up in the air. Do those moments still flash back? And what does it do, though, to inspire you? You talk about KG. I mean, he was a star bowler back then. And what does it mean for our next step? Because we still need to fill some form of ICC trophy in the cabinet.
Yeah, 100%, and that's certainly on our plans, and it's what all our chats are about is the build-up towards that T20 World Cup, which is next year, and later this year the ODI World Cup under Timber, and the guys are pretty much desperate for it. So everything is a build-up towards that, and that's why you see the teams changing here and there, just to keep guys on the park and keep giving guys opportunities. And hopefully, if we can invest in the process that we need to going forward, we get to an ICC event and we can express ourselves and play the brand of cricket that we want to play, and hopefully that can be enough for us to bring a trophy back for the people of South Africa.
All right, chatting to Aiden Markram, the Proteas T20 captain. If you have any questions, though, 011-8838-947. We've got him exactly for the next 10 minutes right here. A wonderful occasion for South Africa to witness wherever you were watching that. Now, the shortened T20I, I mean, does that apply greater pressure on the Proteas or literally any other team, given the fact that the captains have to constantly change their strategy?
Yeah, it is. And not a lot of it can be done sort of before the game, which makes it interesting. It makes it exciting as well on the field. But you have to be willing to adapt as a bowling unit, and plans can change from ball to ball. And like I mentioned earlier, if you look back on potentially 10 balls throughout the innings that we managed to keep them quiet, it can make a massive difference at the end of the game. So I think hats off have to go to the bowlers for being very open-minded with regards to that and buying into that. So it makes it challenging, but it certainly is exciting and a nice challenge to have as well.
Because I looked at that whole David Miller situation, and I was going to ask you, is that why he would come ahead of you in yesterday's game? Because, normally batting at number 5 and with the role of taking the game away from the opponents, the roles are kind of reversed.
Yeah, I think there was 2 reasons behind it, and firstly is obviously Dave's been in some seriously good form recently, and he's finishing games for the Proteas pretty much way more often than not, and we thought it was a great opportunity for him to be able to still get himself in. I think the rate had come down quite a bit from the start, thanks to the start from Kuni and Riza. So that was one of the reasons behind it, and also we were looking to try to keep a sort of left and right hand combination out there in the middle. So bowlers can't get too settled while they're bowling towards us, and that way we can hopefully keep more pressure on them.
A small little observation, you'll correct me if I'm wrong here, Aiden, but we always try to observe these things and look for a reason behind it. And I see it, though, with the Titans and also now with the Proteas going back to using the original change room and not the so-called revamped, bigger change room at SuperSport Park. Is that what, greater energy that is there for the players and everybody else?
Yeah, it was. Look, the new change room was built, and it is still a great change room, but I think us as players, we enjoy the history behind the older change room and the stories and the memories that come from that. And so that was pretty much the reason for the move back to the old change room. They've done it up quite nicely inside now since, to be honest. So the guys are happy to be back in that change room, and looking forward to sort of creating more memories and stories off the field in that sacred space.
Yeah, I was going to say, if yesterday is anything to go by, please don't ever change to any other place. Keep it locked right there. Now, I know there's been some rain, just driving through to the studio this afternoon. You could see the build-up, how it is in the Highveld. What sort of game are you expecting, though, tomorrow? High-scoring one or another batsman-friendly pitch?
I think generally Wanderers is pretty batsman-friendly. If you look throughout that SA20 that happened a month or two ago, the wicket was actually quite challenging. It was a bit more dry and conducive to spin, so we haven't actually had a look at that wicket just yet, but we'll go through in the morning. It is an evening game, so we'll go through in the morning and have a look at it and make sort of selection decisions based on those conditions that we see. But generally, it is a good batting wicket, and the ball does fly very similar to SuperSport Park in Centurion. So hopefully it's a good wicket, and hopefully it can be another high-scoring, entertaining game for everyone to watch.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is always trying to gauge, is it an easy wicket to chase a total, as SuperSport Park is? And I don't know what history says, though. Aiden, from your side, I think a lot of people or teams, they enjoy batting second.
Yeah, it seems to be the trend nowadays, especially in T20 cricket. Often it's quite hard to gauge how hard to push when you're batting first, and sort of weighing up the risk versus trying to take the game a bit deeper and then maybe pulling the trigger. So it's always a bit of a tricky one, whereas batting second, it's quite clear before you go out to bat and start the innings. You have an idea of how hard to go, and you can sort of structure your innings that way. So especially like you mentioned at venues, Wanderers is quite similar to SuperSport Park as well, where it's quite difficult to defend and the ball keeps flying. I think once a team gets a bit of momentum and a batter or two can get in on their day, it can be quite hard to stop them.
Well, certainly looking forward to it. It's exactly 15 minutes after the hour. It is hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. Aiden Markram, the Proteas T20 captain, chatting to us, looking back at yesterday, also just looking ahead. And I'm sure all the fans have, bought their tickets. Looking forward to another packed venue, as they always do. Bring the same level of excitement that we saw and heard yesterday. I think no greater vibe in cricket than that. Quentin de Kock. I don't even know. I just say the words. Hey?
Yeah, he's. I think most of South Africa has known he's always had that in him to go and score a record-breaking 100 in a T20 game, and to do it under that little bit of extra pressure that we had yesterday was actually awesome to see. And he makes it look a lot easier than what people realise. And a lot of us sit on the side and go, sort of, how has he hit that shot and those sorts of things. But he's a massive talent, and I mean, when he gets it on his day like he did yesterday, I think he's a guy that's incredibly difficult to stop.
Do you think, though, the bigger plus again, Aiden, is the consistency? Because I was trying to look at the team and the makeup of the players, and outside of Tony Dazorzi, also Gerald Katsia and Ryan Littleton, it's pretty much been a regular Proteas team in all three formats. Has that helped?
It has been, yeah. It has been quite a settled environment. So we do, obviously, as you've seen, rotate the team here and there, and that's just to keep giving guys opportunities and those sorts of things. But having said that, most of the group has been the same, and it's almost about creating an environment now where it's not the be-all and end-all about being in that starting 11, and more just understanding the reasons behind selection and giving people opportunities and resting people at certain times. And us as players, I mean, we always want to play, don't get me wrong, but for guys to start understanding that, which they have now quite recently, I think helps quite a lot for the environment. So you look at the bowlers that come in on that rotation policy, they come in and they have an effect on the game immediately, someone like KG last night. So it's great to have a team that's super understanding like that and is buying into that sort of mindset and process of building forward towards the World Cup.
Yeah, Aiden, we can certainly wish you everything of the best. South Africa fully behind the team and everything of the best, man. Look forward to chatting to you, having you in studio sometime soon. But thanks for your time and good luck, man. Good luck to the guys.
Sam, thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Aiden Markram there, the Proteas T20 captain, joining us right here on #MSW. 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, as well as Sowetan Live. You can send us your WhatsApp voice notes, your reaction to the weekend, including the cricket itself, 0607080484. Maybe you were there at Supersport Bok. Maybe you were witnessing the history. You were witnessing all that had to do with just runs after runs after runs. Sixes, fours, you name it. And as a lover of sport, what did that mean to you as a cricket lover? You're just seeing that kind of display. Just seeing, I think even the opener, Reza Hendricks. I mean, he hammered that superb 28 ball for 68. And himself, I mean, he laid a great foundation with Quinton de Kock. We'll talk about those numbers, those figures. We'll talk about what it means, because it's really been incredible. We've got an award-winning individual who's going to be stepping into the studio. We'll share some of your WhatsApp voice notes, plenty that I see here that have come through, and why not? It is a Monday. It is Reaction Monday. We'll tell you about games, the international football fixtures as well, coming up this evening, both in Europe as well as on the African continent. So plenty to come through. Don't go anywhere.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. In 3, 2, 1. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
What are the pros of betting on Lotto Star? We offer the highest guaranteed payouts in the country. You can bet on our major international lotteries, quick games, real rush games, live games, and the real jackpot race. It's 100% legal. You can bet anywhere, anytime, 24/7. How lucky can you get? Go to lottostar.co.za, your world of live games.
Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Pay your tax debt by the 31st of March and avoid penalties and interest. Paying off your debt may not be easy, but it's necessary. And with the help of SARS, it's possible. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with being tax compliant. You'll be doing your part to strengthen our economy. Don't miss the 31st of March payment deadline. Visit sars.gov.za today for available payment options and channels. Your tax matters. SARS, at your service.
Why do you always have to play second fiddle? What if you don't like the fiddle? Why are you number 82 in the queue or even in the queue?
Ubuntu is fine, but what about Benjamin or Ubibi? When will they make a movie about your life? And why can't it be you in that VIP area? Getting served those drinks with the smugglers. For once, it's all about you with MTN made for you. Get value that lets you do you. For more data and airtime, dial *142# or go to the MTN app. What are we doing today? MTN.
Get ready for Joburg's best day out. The Rand Show, Johannesburg Expo Centre, Nasrec, from 6 to 10 April. There's so much to see and do, from free music entertainment, fun theme park rides, shopping, tasty treats, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob SquarePants and Dora the Explorer, to a classic car display, drifting and helicopter flips. The Rand Show is the most fun you can have for under 100 Rand. Book at randshow.co.za now for great family discount or get your tickets at the gate.
With that autumn chill in the morning air comes a gentle reminder from Dis-Chem that the flu virus will be circulating again. Vaccinating against flu can help protect you from serious illness. Book your flu vaccine today at any Dis-Chem Wellness Clinic. Book directly with our Wellness Clinic in-store via the Dis-Chem app or call 086 111 7427. Take care of what matters most, your health, with Dis-Chem Pharmacies, pharmacists who care.
Sage gives businesses like Brian Habana's access to the right insights at the right time, reducing complexity and enabling compliance.
The quicker you can make a decision by the information through which you receive that, the quicker that decision making comes.
Become a Sage customer like Brian and set up your business for success. Visit tax.sage.co.za today. Sage, helping business flow.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
And Bafana, the architects of their own demise, had an opportunity to put this game to bed quite some time ago.
Let's head off to the Orlando Stadium where Tolagale Mganga, EWN sports reporter, is standing by. 150th ranked Liberia playing against Bafana. It is critical and they play again away from home. What's the next move?
Bush has said during the week they will be chartering a flight because you know how he is. He gets very irritated in terms of the logistical elements of how long he takes to be with players. I don't think he's the kind of coach that will say, let's play for a draw, but he still wants the same level of intensity, the same level of commitment from his players.
First of all, you have to apologize me today because I will not give much comment on this game. I will not answer your questions. There is too much disappointment.
#MSW. #MSW.
Masithokoze kwena baba Marawa, sithokoze kuma-shoulders of the show. Igama uPatrick Lona. Darob, what a performance by a Liberian team, national team, and what a strike of the second goal. What a goal, what a strike. The drama, coach Hugo Bruce, ne-intatheli. And for me, I think coach Hugo Bruce, he never showed any kind of respect towards South Africans via post-match interviews, even nangendlela njabuka ngayo league yethu ukuthi iphansi kanganani even nabadlali bethu. Then coming back to our player of the Arsenal, Bukayo Saka. What a talent, what a phenomenal cat, what a talent, pure talent, Daro, pure talent. I think lo mfana ngobumnyama mhlambe ngeke aze notiseke ngendlela notiseke ngayo, but lo mfana uphiwe baba Marawa, uphiwe. And then sengivala baba Marawa, can I ask you ukuthi is it true ukuthi Kaizer Chiefs has managed to sign Umduduzi Mdantsane from Cape Town City and given Msimango from TS Galaxy, Darop? Thanks, Darop. Nice show as usual.
Good afternoon, Rob, and good afternoon to the entire MSW shareholders. Yeah, my reaction Monday obviously is Hugo Bros and his team. After losing the game, he refused to comment about the game. So if he was professional enough, he should have do that because he must handle the pressure. Again, the other one is Kazakhstan and Denmark. After they lead 2-1, they come back to lose to Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a team that is not we are not all familiar with, but looking at Denmark, the way they have good quality players playing at the whole of Europe, and then they lose the game in that margin. So yeah, this is Subusiso Mlalane in Middelburg, originally from Bushbuckridge. Thanks for the nice show, Rob.
Good evening, Marawa. It's been a while. Usbiya along the Green Point, Marawa. Reaction Monday. I wish Hugo Bruce Sebenga a very quick flight from Liberia to Brussels. I think it's time now to let it go, Marawa. No player will ever win him matches. Hugo Bruce, the way he speaks, Marawa, it demotivates me as a South African. I wonder my players when I feel like Anjan. So tomorrow, I'm going to be saying no man, you 2-0. Omnandigab and then Hugo Bruce Abuyele Kaba Marawa. This is Marawa Sport Worldwide. Usbiya along.
Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
Yeah, lots of voice notes. You can tell that people are not impressed. They're saying Hugo Bruce should be on the first flight back to Brussels tomorrow. And wishing that Bafana lose by 2-0. Hey, be careful what you wish for. We don't wish for that. Although we don't like the theatrics that he put out, he did issue an apology for those who were not able to track that. Whether that's too late or not, I don't know. But right now, all I know is that her conversation from being an infield player, you know, when you convert individuals, they play football as something else and end up being something else. Lucas Khatebe was once upon a time a goalkeeper in the Bobsol League in Bophuthatswana. He was a goalkeeper, ended up being one of the best players ever in the world as a defender. So hence I make that analogy right now, because she was an infield player, then became a goalkeeper. Fairy tale story. But believe me when I tell you that she's any journalist's ideal interviewee. I know this firsthand. She provides great quotable quotes and keeps you on the edge of your seat. She's a great storyteller. She inspires not only us, but she inspires her teammates, and that's why they love her so much. I mean, her tale continued this past weekend. She landed the SA Sports Star of the Year at the annual SA Sports Awards on Saturday night. And we're going to keep tracking some of the major winners, whether it was swimming, athletics, you name it. There were some massive winners on the night, and we'll keep tracking. When they become available, we'll invite them through to come to the studio, because I think we need to start celebrating our heroes a little bit more than we have been doing. And that is why today it is an honor. SA Sports Star of the Year. Hey. Madam Dlamini, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Barov, and thank you so much for the invite. It's always lovely talking to you.
You are also live on YouTube, so simply go to YouTube. 947 Joburg. It's as simple as that, because I want you to lift that trophy as high as you can. It is such a wonderful work of art, so that people at home, wherever they are, they see the magic of what you want. So log on to YouTube. If you missed it over the weekend, she's hoisting that aloft like the true champ that she is. In fact, she's tired of lifting any trophy. That is how much success she's become accomplished too.
I'm not tired.
What's that feeling like, though? I mean, this is a special one. You've won a lot, but SA Sport Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said something that God creates, you ask yourself a lot of questions. When God creates something, you ask yourself, even yourself, you ask yourself, how am I breathing? How am I eating? Because you are created by God. God is incredible. He's merciful, you know, and he's kind. And this is his way of showing the world that if you are faithful and you know him and you respect him, he will give you what you deserve. I live by God's principles, and I serve the Lord, and I always shout his name, because all the time, me and him, we bet.
Yes.
Yeah. They say he says challenge me and see what I'll do for you. And I challenged him, you know, in Morocco. I challenged him in Egypt. I challenged him throughout my sickness, and he came through. So I feel honored, you know, and I feel privileged. And honestly speaking, I was, in the top 3 with the best as well, you know, and just the minister also recognizing me, you know, for me, I don't know, it's a dream come true. I've always wanted to walk on stage. I've watched Push MDC do it, working on stage. I've watched my role model, Itumeleng Khune, do it. So just this happening to me, it shows that your dreams are valid and your dreams can become a reality.
When we spoke off air, before the show, and you emphasized, and you've just mentioned it very lightly now, the fact that you were not just a floating nominee by yourself.
Yeah.
There were two very capable, able, and against. And when you have a sensation like Matthew said, being nominated alongside you, what did that make you feel?
I felt so special.
Yeah.
You know, I felt so special. These two are great athletes. You know, they represent the country with pride. I mean, they compete in the world, you know, and represent South Africa. You know, and for me, it was just an honor. And they are winners in my eyes. I look up to them as well, you know, for the bravery. It takes a brave person to represent their country with pride. It just takes a brave person. And yeah, for me, I was like, am I the one that's not? I even cried, you know, watching, because I was like, what's happening in my life, you know?
But what do you think is happening in your life? Maybe let's interrogate that, because you can't just ask that question without you having provided an answer of some sort.
So I encouraged myself. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you've done so well. You've done so well for yourself, and you've done so well for your teammates as well, you know, your coaches and everyone that believed in your wishes, your supporters. You know, you've won goalkeeper of the tournament for Mamelodi Sundowns in the CAF Champions League. You've won goalkeeper of the tournament in the African Women Cup of Nations. You were named 47 by Goal. So Goal mentioned top 50 players, and I'm one of them, alongside Ashleigh in Africa, and I think a girl from Ghana, forgot her name. So I kept encouraging myself with that. I was like, that's what's happening in your life. You've won the trophy with Banyana Banyana. You didn't just win goalkeeper of the tournament. The special one is just winning the African Cup of Nations, because that's what we've always wanted to win, you know, as a country. So a cherry on top was just that goalkeeper of the tournament, and winning CAF Champions League as well. You know, first ever, you know, female goalkeeper to walk on that stage and receive an award, and from Tembisa. You know, I don't like saying I'm from Tembisa only. You know, I'm from Tembisa, I'm from Soweto, I am from Winterveld, I am from Bushbuckridge, I am from South Africa. You know, why am I saying this? I wasn't only raised in Tembisa. Yes, I was born in Tembisa, but I was raised in different areas. And I bought land for my family in Winterveld, so I belong to those people as well. You know, Bushbuckridge, that's where my dad, my blood dad was born. You know, that's where the surname Dlamini comes from. I'm a Swati, I'm a Nkosi, you know. And for me...
Your royalty. Yeah. Let's include that and not be shy of that. Let's include that, because a lot happens, and it's funny because just the other week, your coach, Desiree Ellis, was here in studio and she was celebrating her 60th birthday. You crept into the third floor in your 30s now. So, and it just seems like what was meant to happen with the bunch of individuals that are deserving the recognition means that you've been patient enough, because you could have easily said, you know what, I'm about to be 30. This thing hasn't happened for me, so let me give up. And yet you didn't. You held on, and all the major lights are switching on right now at an age when many would have felt despondent, but you haven't.
Honestly, I don't feel 30.
No, you don't even look 30. I mean, anyone watching right now, you think, hey, who's this kid that Robert's chilling with in the studio?
I don't feel 30. You know, I told myself, they say goalkeepers mature like.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Good old fine wine.
Yes.
Get better and better with age.
So I chose great role models, and, you know, those role models have played a huge impact in my life. And I owe it to a whole lot of people, you know, to be a success. I owe it to that little girl from Ekasi or from the rural areas, you know, make it and to always stay faithful and to always be loyal to my craft. And also I owe it to the supporters that have always been there for me, all the female supporters that use their money to come watch me play, and male supporters. Let me not forget male supporters, but most importantly, Mama Joy, I would mention a lot, also I would mention Bergman. From Mamelodi Sundowns, there are a whole lot of ladies.
Yeah. All the supporters.
Yeah. Especially at Mamelodi Sundowns, because they've been there for me, For me, I owe it to a whole lot of people. I owe it to Mamelodi Sundowns. I owe it to Banyana Banyana. Mamelodi Sundowns has been there for me since I was a kid. I owe it to my role models. When I say my role models, I mean Abu Itumeleng Kune, Abu Batwantuzilem Daweni, Hope Solo. I owe it to a whole lot of role models. And if I didn't mention your name, you must so much just know that I really, really love you. And the supporters, Abu Millicent,
Oh, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're listening. They're like, how do you forget us like that? Right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure, you include the great American Hope Solo and what she's done and in terms of the women's game initially before it got to where it is now. I mean, that says a lot. It says a lot about also just your deep-seated belief and grounding in religion, your deep found grounding in being a go-getter. Because when you talk about buying land in Winterveld, now people think, she's got money. No, you didn't. You took what you had then because of what you had gained. Yeah. And I'm looking at, just from winning the award, boom, 500,000 rand into your pocket again. That's on top of a whole lot of bonuses and everything else that you've been able to get.
Yeah.
But you're not like a Joburg spender, somebody who's there to be, flashing money. So that goes a long way in saying you're going to use that wisely. In fact, I don't even know, you probably have a plan for it as we speak.
Yeah, I do, but I won't say right now, bro.
Sure.
Yeah. So when I won AFCON, I had made a promise to my mother to build a very nice house, and I'm in a process of doing that, waiting for my bank to just release the money so we can start building. And when I won this award, honestly speaking, I didn't plan for it. I didn't plan for it. I was like, I'm going there, and my mom asked, are you not going to write a speech? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's going to come from my heart, because I'm up against, great people. And just for me, being nominated was just an honor, And, Rob, I don't want to lie to you. I know this money will make a difference in my life. I haven't had it easy in my life. I'm a breadwinner. I take care of my siblings. I take care of my mom, my dad. So for me, this has, I'm just becoming emotional because it is big. It is just something that no one can ever imagine. And if you were to come into my life, some people wouldn't survive. Just for the mere fact that I survived, I'm really proud of myself, And when you say Winterveld, it's not the nicest place, It's not the nicest place, but it has nice people. People abanobuntu. Even the person that sold the land to me, he was like, "Oh, you're a Banyana player. Oh, thank God we have a Banyana player here." But when you buy land in that area and you're like, "Oh my goodness," now they'll say, Banyana.
But they're proud of you, and that is why after the break we'll pick up that conversation about the pride of being based at home, and we take a couple of questions as well. I see on YouTube a number have been posted as well. She's a champ. She's an award winner.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. In 3, 2, 1. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade in your car online? Go to www.motors.cars. That's MOTUS.cars. You will find thousands of new and used cars backed by more than 70 years of sales experience. The finance application process on our friendly website will ensure that you get the best deal from multiple banks. Visit us at www.motors.cars. Motors.cars. You click, we car.
When you think of marble, it reminds you of a work of art with unique and beautiful veins in the stone. That's how I made our name 17 years ago, Artmar, the art of marble. I am Ufuk Caner, founder of Artmar Natural Stone, inviting you to our beautiful new showroom at 10 Remblock Street, Stratham Park. We import a large range of marble, granite, travertine, terrazzo, and so much more. Artmar Natural Stone, your destination of choice for all natural stone products.
All set to save more when you shop in-store? Let's go. Make a U-turn on the way you pay. Download the Payflex app to navigate an endless world of shopping. Then, continue straight to your favorite store. In 4 payments over 6 weeks, you will have arrived at your destination. Shop now and pay later at 0% interest. Payflex. This is shopping.
Fly Emirates First and Business Class and look forward to a journey that's as incredible as your destination. Start your holiday with delicious fine dining, impeccable service, and comfort that's out of this world. Sip drinks in our A380 onboard lounge, watch a movie, and drift into a restful sleep in flatbed seats. Treat yourself to Emirates First and Business Class. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Oh no, there goes the lights.
Well then let's go buy some Country Fresh.
But why?
Because Country Fresh is back with smiles to light up any occasion. You could win 2,000 Rand every day. Or air fryers, UPSs and inverters. Buy any Country Fresh tub, scan the QR code on the lid or visit our social media pages. T's and C's apply.
Country Fresh.
Lotto Star introduces Monopoly Big Baller to our live game shows with an instant payout of up to 5 million Rand. Bet on different numbered cards giving you multipliers and bonuses. To enter Mr. Monopoly's 3D world, simply bet on 3 or 5 rolls, match the numbers, and start collecting incredible multipliers with each roll of the dice. Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro and is used with permission. Lotto Stars, licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 660 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
947 Marawa Sports Worldwide.
I'm going to appeal to people that let's give them a chance and let's support the team and let's look as to where they will go. We call on the powers that be. Those who pray, let's pray. Those who believe in ancestors, let's do that. Those who do whatever that they do, let's do it in support of the team. I heard Robert Marawa trying sangomas and all of that. I'm not that. And I don't throw the bones, but I can only wish that our team will rise to the occasion. I heard Robert Marawa trying sangomas and all of that. I'm not that.
#NSW. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Congratulations to Andile Dlamini for what she has achieved at such a young age with Mamelodi Sundowns and with Banyana Banyana, and as an individual. I think he is destined for great things, But my only question to her, does he see herself playing abroad like Abo Refilechane, Abo Ntando Sesane. Thank you, Mr. Marawa.
And Rob and Andile Dlamini. Andile, I'm a big fan of your work, and for me, it's very encouraging to see you getting all these accolades because of the work that you've put in. I mean, you've won everything from WAFCON to Champions League, and for me, this award wouldn't have gone to anyone other than you. May you continue to shine and be an inspiration to many ladies and everyone who feel down and feel that they are unable to achieve certain things. I think through your perseverance and your story, many can learn a lot and achieve their goals. Thank you so much. Tebogo,
thank you so much indeed. You too can send us your WhatsApp voice note, or in fact, even better, you can call directly 011-883-8947. The award-winning. The award-winning is here in studio. Not only one award on the night, I'll tell you about the other one, but let's quickly address those WhatsApp voice notes. Two great ones. Bongadeni talks about you playing overseas. Is that something you still think about, want to do?
Yeah, I dream of representing South Africa with Mamelodi Sundowns overseas, playing the best in the world as well. Because currently I'm with Mamelodi Sundowns, and a team from overseas, if they want Andile Dlamini, most probably they have to, respect Andile Dlamini, offer a great offer, and that will also make the people that are taking care of me right now happy, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. It's my dream, it's every girl's dream to represent their country in the biggest stage. And obviously, I don't want to stay, in one place forever, But if that one place is making me happy and is respecting me, then I will do that. And I believe that I got so many offers, but some of them were, late, and Mamelodi Sundowns, made sure that they negotiate quite well as well, because I'm serving them with pride as well, and they respect me as a human being. So, and other offers came and they were a bit disrespectful, and so I wouldn't move.
So disrespectful as in offering you something less than what Sundowns currently gave you.
Yeah, and Sundowns is taking care of me, honestly speaking, but if there was an offer that would come on a table and it's at the highest stage, more than what I am at right now, which is the Hollywood bets, then most probably Sundowns would see it fit for me to leave. But currently I'm with Mamelodi Sundowns, the best team in Africa.
Yeah, best team in Africa. And people are watching on YouTube right now and they're making so many beautiful comments. In fact, informed choices for some of the people that find themselves in a similar situation says, thank you for the platform. Eskom took his electricity when I was listening to 947 and I looked on my phone, saw the link, and voila, I am live and I'm crystal clear. So welcome indeed. Tebogo Mdong says Andile Dlamini is a super talented athlete. I'm wishing her more wins and more success. Vundla also on YouTube says that lady is so humble. You can tell that she genuinely is down to earth. I wish her many more trophies and money. And Tamba Mziza says, please ask her if she is satisfied about the standard of the league so far and what more she feels can be done to improve the league itself. What's your quick opinion on that one?
What more? I think we can professionalize the league because it's gradually growing, and I'm really impressed of how individuals are showing up and youngsters are given an opportunity. And especially when you say success and you look at the university teams and how they are improving, and it's quick how they are improving. They're improving very, very quick because of the facilities that they have, and imagine if individuals didn't just play soccer and go to their work and do extra things on the side, just play soccer. Imagine if everyone just played soccer and earned money for doing that. then the competition will even be higher, because an individual will then give time to strengthen themselves, and that will give an opportunity for Coach Des also not to work extremely hard when we go to camp, because now she has to work extremely hard preparing the program for us, because maybe I went to work and then I only trained for 30 minutes, But with Mamelodi Sundowns, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. They're setting the standard, and I think all these other teams should follow. Yes, I know it's not where we want to be, but I know for a fact that we are going to get to a level where everyone has equal things for doing the same thing.
Also, just recognizing quickly the voice note from Debocho, who was saying that. He's always been a big fan of yours, saying that you've literally won everything, watched you, WAFCON, you name it, has been under your belt. Maybe just a quick response to him as somebody who, like many people that are sending social media messages, have been big fans of yours, but also just been big fans of how you carry yourself.
Firstly, thank you so much to you, Debocho. And I also forgot to mention Mrs. Buli. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me to have support. Support is special. Even when they tell you that you need to improve here and here, I just don't take it negatively. I take it positively, because sometimes the people that watch you and love you, they are the greatest people that can actually analyze you and give a clear advice and say, this is what you need to improve on, Andile. And some, yes, they are quite negative, but I don't actually take that, because I'm a positive person. And I was raised by a powerful woman and a powerful stepdad, and my late dad. And me being humble is not something that I practiced. It's something that I was raised to know from a very young age. And I think anyone that is in this platform that I'm at needs to be humble, because we are what God, actually we are where we are because God wants us to be there and inspire. He puts you in a platform because he wants you to inspire. He wants you to motivate. He wants you to break negativity. So I need to be the person that I am to throw away the negativity that is happening in our country, most especially, I want to be the positive force. I want, when someone sees me and sees the light and sees a smile and whatever they are going through be healed, that's what I want. And being humble does that, and Coach Des also emphasizes that. Coach Jerry Shabalala emphasizes that it's the spirit of Ubuntu. You need Ubuntu as a footballer. Besides being a footballer and on the field, just working with your opponents and saying, okay, congratulations when they win. Outside the field, you need to be a humble human being.
But what's going through your mind right now? Sbu, I'm going to come to you in Durban on the line, because the more you say that, the more I can see it makes you very emotional. The more I can see the tears welling up in your eye. It's almost like you're saying something, you want to take it somewhere, but there's a bigger thought pattern behind it. What is it? Is it something very, very personal that you have experienced in that journey, where you've learned through the foundation of home that you speak about has helped you to almost push away the negativity?
Yeah. So I haven't had the easiest, my mom has done the best that she could, but I haven't had the easiest, upbringing. It was we have to accept what is on the table at that moment, because she's trying so hard to pay our fees. She walks to work, such things. That humbles you on its own. It humbles you. It actually made me who I am today, because I looked at my mom every day and seen her just her giving us her pay, though it was just little, just to, separate it because she didn't have time. She would say, okay, Dlamini, so for your siblings because I'm the eldest, and she would say, okay, now you put this away for iskolo sako, sagalrato, sagabobo, sagatemba,
Wow.
My dad was still alive at that time, and he was working, but he was in Durban and he had his other family, and just her not complaining about that situation actually made me who I am right now.
That is big, and I'm just cutting that story because of time, and because Sbusiso in Durban is going to hate me if I don't put him on. He's been holding for a while. Thanks for your patience, Boo. Good evening.
Hi, how are you, Rob?
I'm very good. You know what? Humbled is the word. I'm sitting with an award winner here from the SA Sports Award, Andile Dlamini, Sports Star of the Year, and also, before I even forget, that wasn't the only award that she took home. She also received the Minister's Excellence Award as well. So, full stop. Over to you.
How are you, Chant?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
I'm good, thanks. While I was waiting on the line, when you talked about your story, I had a whole list of things I wanted to say. Now I don't know what to say except saying thank you for reviving a human spirit in us. You are so humble. We are phoning to congratulate you, but then you've just done something for us as well. So continue growing, and I'm just proud of all your achievements. And thank you so much for reviving that human spirit in us.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man, we agree. Well, thank you so much indeed for your understanding. You're currently in camp right now, and we've got to thank the authorities for allowing you to step out and thank the nation for an incredible achievement over the weekend, and we don't take that lightly either. Tell me about the camp. What lies ahead?
Yeah, like you're saying, I have to thank the association, the president, Denny Jordan, Coach Des, Manager Lauren, the people behind the scenes, everyone, that made this decision. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on this platform. What's happening in camp? We have a camp, I think, for a week where Coach needs to select his squad. We have, I think, South African-based players. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know if that's the whole idea yet, but I'm just focused now. Now it's more of, yes, you won the award, but you need to shift away from it because the serious job is coming. We are looking forward to also Australia and New Zealand, but at the same time, I still need to focus on making the squad. That's important to me. There are steps. First step is working hard for that selection. So I see my name in that 23 squad. And then we focus on Sweden, Argentina, and Italy. And then we focus on another stage, just like that. We don't talk about another stage before we move. For me, that's important. And that's what's happening in camp right now. The girls are motivated, and I know we have a whole lot of youngsters that have raised their hands, and coach is going to give them a fair chance. Actually, let me not say them, us.
A fair chance. Including yourself, because you say it's not automatic.
Yeah.
You're part of a collective, you got to compete.
Yeah.
Just your final parting words, 30 seconds, in summing up where you are given the achievement. As a collective, as a nation, as you.
Firstly, thank you so much to everyone that has supported Andile Dlamini's craft. To my newly sponsor, Puma, thank you for coming on board and supporting me. It means a whole lot to me. I used to walk in a shop and buy my clothing, and now it's given to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I would like to thank also all the teams that I've worked with, the coaches that I've worked with, especially my goalkeeper coach, Coach Cameron Cox. You've instilled something in me, you know, of saying you are a leader. You know, you need to behave like one. You need to go and speak to the kids and motivate them. You know, tell them that it is possible to compete even with the players that are playing overseas. You know, instill that in them, and just keeping me on track. It's amazing. And to everyone, you, Bra Rob, and everyone that speaks of women's football positively, thank you so much. We need that. And to all the sponsors that are not on board, come on board.
Jump on!
Yeah, the sponsors that are there, we appreciate you, and especially to Sasol. Thank you so much for the years that you've served women's football. Hollywood Bets, thank you for coming and being brave as well. You know, it takes a brave sponsor to come on board and support women's football. You know?
As a whole.
Yeah.
Full stop. Champ, thank you so much, man. What an honor, what a pleasure. Keep shining.
Thank you so much, Bro Rob, for the opportunity. Thank you.
Catch you tomorrow. Yeah, give her a big round of applause. Why not, man?
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. In 3, 2, 1. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.